morning, and welcome to the Temple of Light Center for Spiritual Living. We welcome all who are joining us this morning here in the sanctuary. Good to see you. And also those who are joining us online. Welcome. It's beautiful here in Jamaica. Sunny. We've been having some rain, so everything is just lush and green, fresh, telling us that God is here. Please join me in an opening affirmative prayer. In this moment, in recognition excuse me, of all the joy and the beauty that God is, we give thanks. We give thanks for the opportunity to be here present in the presence of God. God is in us, as us, each one of us, a point of God, present here and now. In this recognition, we know that this morning's service, an already accomplished idea in the mind of God, is established in our minds, in our hearts, and in our life experiences. God is here present. God is in the house. We acknowledge this, we give thanks for this, and we celebrate this moment. I release these words now into that infinite law, accepting and receiving the presence of God. I give thanks that this is so now, and so it is. Our inspirational reading this morning is taken from the Joyous Living Journal by Petra Weldes and Christian Sorensen. It's titled, Claiming Good. The epigraph is from Ernest Holmes. It reads, "We refuse to believe that evil has any reality of its own. Its only claim to existence is the one our belief gives to it." Why do bad things happen to good people? This ancient question is one of life's mysteries. We can never really know the answer to why. You may not know why something is happening the way it is, but one thing you can know for sure: good will come of it. How do you know good will come of it? You know it because you demand it. Look back over your life and see how many times something happened that you thought was bad at the time, but actually is part of what brings you to being who and where you are today. Notice when something bad turned out to be a blessing in disguise. Now make this claim on the universe. Demand to make good out of what is going on right now, even if you don't know or can't imagine what that good might be. You don't have to know. The law of life itself must make it so. Here's a little reflection, a little homework. Make a list of the bad things that have happened in your life that turned out to be all right in some way, or even became a gift in your life. And I'm sure if you really sit and think about it, you can name a few. Reflect on a particular challenge you might be going through right now and say, I claim that good must come of this situation. I demand it of the universe, and I trust that it is so, even if I can't see it right now. I'd like you to say this affirmation. I'm going to break it down for you, so you say it line by line. I claim that good must come of this situation. I demand it of the universe. And I trust that it is so, even if I can't see it right now. And so it is. We're going to do a short meditation this morning. And to take you into the meditation, I'm just going to sing a little line. is life, that life surrounds me. In that life I safely dwell. 'Tis above, beneath, within me. Life is mine, and all is well. God is life, pure life. God is life, sweet life. That life is mine, mine, and all is well. And as we enter the silence, this brief moment, let us be present to this presence we know as God, as life itself. And in this presence, we know that life is indeed good, because God is good. And we allow this goodness to now flow into our life experience and radiate throughout every atom of our being. God is life. We are that life in expression. And the sweetness of this moment of recognition. Let us take a deep breath together as we breathe in all the goodness that there is. We breathe in all the beauty that there is. We breathe in all the life that there is. And as we allow this to fill our beings, we are at peace in this moment, because we now know that right where we are, the presence of God is fully present in this moment, and this moment, and this moment. And take another deep breath in. Hold it and gently release it. Releasing every sense of otherness and being fully present to here and now. And whenever you're ready, gently open your eyes to this wonderful, beautiful, new experience of life. Thank you. Everybody back. Now we're going to do our praise song, which is in your program. I am the radiant light of God. Please stand. Please remain standing as we say the prayer of our center. The Temple of Light, Center for Spiritual Living, is a sacred field embodying our spiritual community from which the Christ peace, love, and joy emanate, to touch, to heal, to bless, to prosper, and to liberate anyone who comes into contact with it in any way. The light of the Christ illumines us, our center, and our environment. Our spiritual community is filled with and surrounded by the presence of God and is growing from strength to strength. The power of God expands our consciousness of truth, guiding us ceaselessly along the paths of wisdom, spiritual growth, unfoldment, and attainment. We are blessed, and to God be the honor and the glory forever. And so it is. Amen. I'm now going to light the youth candle. Please sit. Let us say the blessing for the children. We love you. We appreciate you. We salute the Christ in you. And we see you as shining lights unto your world. God is blessing you now. And so it is. And I extend this blessing to all peoples of the world. Now let's do our Temple of Light mission song. The Temple of Light, the Temple of Light, the Temple of Light. We are a people with a vision, one in spirit, on a mission, to touch, to heal, to bless, to prosper, to love and liberate anyone who comes into contact with us anytime.
one in spirit on a mission, to touch, to heal, to bless, to prosper, to love and liberate anyone who comes into contact with us, anytime, night or day.
Now, if that didn't get you pumping, I don't know what will. Now it's time for me to bring you the announcements. In case you haven't figured it out yet, today is Practitioner Sunday. And today is June the 27th. Can you imagine? June almost finished. We're more than halfway through. So now that we have access to more people in the center, is anyone visiting with us for the first time today? No, we're all family? Well, give yourselves a hand. If there's anyone visiting online for the first time, we welcome you to our hearts and to our center. We trust you will come again and again to share in our consciousness, our beautiful consciousness of light and love. Our flowers this week are a gift of love from a group of generous souls we call our flower angels. They are exquisitely arranged by our own Sean Blake. Thank you, angels. As you already know, there has been a relaxation in the numbers allowed to attend church. So we are looking forward to seeing you again in person. We are, however, still streaming live every Sunday at 9 a.m. and on Tuesday evenings at 6 p.m. The recording is also available later on YouTube. And the schedule for our temple activities is posted online on the Temple of Light Facebook page. We have classes that are happening right now. Our in-person class, titled The New Positive Spirituality, these continue on Thursday mornings with Reverend John Scott from 11 a.m. till 1 p.m. There's also a new series of classes which begin on Thursday evening from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. That's our time. And it's on Zoom with Reverends Ann Shand and Sonia Davidson. The class is titled The Mental Equivalent and is based on the book by Emmett Fox. Kindly email us at templeoflight@cwjamaica.com to register and receive the link. This morning, we'll be having our discovery session with Reverends John Scott and Michael Record from 10:30 till 11:30 a.m. Today's conversation will be what success means to us. Now, big things are going. Next Sunday, make a note of it, July the 4th, is not only big for the United States, sorry guys, it is big for the Temple of Light Center for Spiritual Living. It is our 40th anniversary. That's big. We will be celebrating this anniversary, really big. Join us as we honor the memory of those who have gone before us, celebrate the present, and look prayerfully to the future. Our guest speaker will be Reverend Dr. David Alexander, who is chair of the Center for Spiritual Living's Leadership Council. To mark this important milestone, you are invited to record a 60-second video of yourself sharing what the Temple of Light means to you. These will be posted on our Facebook page throughout the month of July. By now, you should have received an email on tips of how to make a great video. Now that's providing we have your email address. So if we don't have your email address, please leave it with us this morning. We will also be having a gourmet anniversary luncheon, which will be a takeout lunch by Great House Caterers and Sweet and Dandy Desserts. You can order the lunches. The lunches are $2,500, and there's also a family package for $8,000, which serves 4. Lunches will be available for pickup right after anniversary celebration, and those orders must be placed by the 29th. Okay? That's Tuesday. We're having an extraordinary general meeting. Notice is hereby given that an extraordinary general meeting of the Temple of Light Center for Spiritual Living will be held in the sanctuary and live streamed via Zoom on Sunday, July 18th, 2021, commencing at 10:30 a.m. This EGM will present the Vision 2030 outline strategy crafted by the innovative teams arising from Summit 2020. All temple congregants are invited, so please make a note of that, July 18th, either in the sanctuary or online. If you feel moved to support our ministry, please visit our donate page at donate.templeoflightcsl.org, which has our banking details, and these are also on your screen. Thank you so much for your generosity and for helping us to be a beacon of light in the world. We continue to respond with prayer to the challenges of this special time. A practitioner is available to pray with you immediately following our service every Sunday. On duty today is practitioner Carol Charlton. The number to call for that service is 876-289-0907. They're available after the service. This concludes our announcements. So please join me in singing our first hymn, Life is for Living. It's in your program and on the screen. Stand, please.
Life is for living, whatever you will live for, you will give. Life is for giving, whatever you will give to life will live. Life is for doing, for living, giving, doing, learning how. Life is for you, and life is for me. Life is for living now. Life is for loving, whatever you will love enough, it's yours. Life is for sharing, whatever you will share with others grows. Life is for being, for loving, sharing, being, learning how. Life is for you, and life is for me. Life is for living now. Life is for serving, whatever gift you give brings joy to you. Life is for blessing, whatever you will bless brings blessings too. Life is for winning, for serving, blessing, winning, learning how. Life is for you, and life is for me. Life is for living now.
Thank you. Please be seated. And now it's time for our message this morning, which will be delivered by practitioner Sandra Cooper, an excellent life coach and facilitator, and now budding songwriter. You will note that the third verse of that hymn we just sung was written by Sandra. Please help me welcome Sandra Cooper.
Thank you, Carol. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I welcome you to my heart, and I welcome you to the Temple of Light Center for Spiritual Living. And I say a special welcome to those of you who are joining us online. I'm so delighted to have each and every one of you here this morning. Now, as Carol said, next Sunday we celebrate our 40th anniversary, July 4. That's 40 years of Science of Mind, teaching and healing. I thought that now would be a good time for us to reflect on how the experience has served you and how it can continue to serve you in the years to come. I'm going to start with a few questions, and I really would like to ask that you think about these questions. On a scale of 1 to 5, with 1 being the lowest and 5 being the highest, how well do you know and understand the principles of the science of mind? Just make a jotting or a mental note. Are you at a 1? Are you at a 3 or a 5? Where are you? Think about that. What is it about this teaching that attracts you and keeps you coming back repeatedly every Sunday? Some of you come every now and again, but some of you are here religiously every Sunday. I'm just looking around the room, I can see that persons have been here for decades. What keeps you coming back? How have you been using the science of mind to address day-to-day challenges? Because it's not a Sunday morning feel-good, it's a practical tool that we can use in our day-to-day experience. And how has it made a difference to the quality of your life and affairs? So some questions that should give you some food for thought. Consider these questions very carefully. And I trust that my message this morning, which I have entitled New Thought Wisdom for Personal Transformation, I hope that it will be helpful to you. So in this month's Science of Mind magazine, Reverend Dr. David Alexander describes founder Ernest Holmes' writings, and I quote, as having captured new thought wisdom in a 20th century bottle. Lightning in a bottle, he called it. I concur. This teaching is powerful and it is transformational, and we have access to it. Isn't that something? Let's do a quick recap of Holmes' New Thought principles. 1, God is principle, indestructible, absolute, self-existent. God is all power, all good, present in all places, at all times, and is all wisdom and intelligence. They call that omnipotence, omniscience, and omnipresence. 2, all human beings are divine beings. I am divine, and you are divine. We are not hopeless sinners, as I was told as a child. We are individualized expressions of God, regardless of age, race, gender, education, economic status, sexual orientation, religion, or beliefs. 3, we are all spiritual beings, living in a spiritual universe, governed by spiritual law. We focus on the spiritual nature within, not on the ego's need for outer validation. Our thinking creates our experiences, individually and collectively. We are on number 4. Our focus is on consciousness development and how we can thrive in a world governed by cause and effect. When we are in control of our thinking, we stand in our power. As we change our thinking, we change our lives. 5, through affirmative prayer and spiritual mind, or what we call spiritual mind healing treatment, we learn how to align our thinking with the highest good that we can imagine. We do not need to beg and beseech or convince God to give us anything. Prayer provides a direct connection to God and helps us consciously connect with deeper aspects of our being. Prayer enables us to address any situation of lack at any time and expand our consciousness so that the immutable action and creativity of law may flow through us. 6. New Thought teaches that the universe is orderly and governed by universal law. The sun, as I know it, will set in the west. It will rise in the east. Mango seeds must produce mango trees. Relevant right now, eh? Anybody has Bombay mango trees, see me after the service. Fretting and worrying about money cannot generate prosperity, while a consciousness of abundance attracts the good we desire. 7. It follows that we teach prosperity, which is the consciousness of God as the abundant, everywhere present source, unfailing, ready for all who open themselves to it through faith. Prosperity is total well-being, not just money. And a consciousness of abundance must show up as abundant experience because the universe is governed by law. 8. We bring a metaphysical interpretation to the Bible. We take this wonderful book seriously and teach it powerfully without taking it literally. And the last one for now, we teach spiritual healing, the expression of our inner spiritual wholeness in and through our minds, bodies, and affairs. We can transform and heal the body through affirmative prayer, meditation, and a shift in beliefs. Now, there is a lot more to this teaching, to New Thought wisdom, but I'll stop here for now. Now, applying these tools and principles in our day-to-day living can make an enormous difference to the quality and condition of our lives. We want to be successful, don't we? We want more fulfilling relationships, more joy, greater access to life's finest things, bountiful opportunities for creative self-expression. Everything good that we are doing today, we want to see multiplied, don't we? Yeah? Okay. And it can happen. We must use the creative power of mind in the best way possible to influence our behavior and attitude, affect our actions and reactions, shape our reality, and facilitate positive personal transformation. All of this is what Dr. Arthur Chang, spiritual leader of Founders Church in Los Angeles, calls positive spirituality. And that is the title of the course that we are doing on a Thursday morning with Reverend John. Positive spirituality. And he says, and I quote, that this positive spirituality encourages us to thrive and flourish and reject a weak victim acceptance of ourselves, end of quote. He also says that positive spirituality is for bolstering our faith in our power to be fully and rapturously alive. Who in here wants to be rapturously alive? I say one person. 2. You don't want to be rapturously alive, not just sort of half dead, going on, them say in Jamaica we say galangso. No man, we want to be rapturously alive. So what are we going to do with all this positive spirituality? Holmes says we are going to think from the basis that there is a divine energy and power which desires us to have every good thing, not a little, but all the love that there is, all the wealth that there is, all the happiness that there is, all the joy and peace and fullest self-expression that there is, right where we are, right here, right now. We need to unlimit our thinking and use it in a constructive, creative manner. You know, many of us here have been coming for a long, long time. And yet, some of us are still challenged with issues around health, relationships, and the biggie, money. You know, the money challenge. We are learning and practicing the principles, we say, but we are not getting the results that we want, or they are not coming fast enough. One might be inclined to throw in the towel. I certainly hope that nobody in here feels that way. However, before you do, I want you to remember the story about the fern and the bamboo. A farmer planted fern and bamboo seeds, and he took care of both of them, giving them water and light and, doing what he needed to do as a farmer. The fern grew very quickly, yet nothing came from the bamboo seed. In the second year, the fern grew more vibrant and plentiful. And again, nothing came from the bamboo seed. He continued to nurture both crops equally. But by year 3, there was still nothing from the bamboo seed. In year 4, the bamboo had still not sprouted, while the fern was growing in abundance. Then in the 5th year, a tiny sprout emerged from the earth where the bamboo seeds were planted. Compared to the fern, it was seemingly small and insignificant. But 6 months later, the bamboo had risen to over 100 feet. You know how tall bamboo can grow. It had spent its first 5 years growing roots. These roots made it strong and gave it what it needed to survive. The lesson here, friends, is that sometimes we pray as we are struggling with the challenges of life. While we might not see any visible answers to those prayers, at the level of deeper consciousness, we have actually been growing roots. I guarantee. God does not quit the bamboo and will never quit you. The bamboo has a different purpose from the fern, yet they both make the world beautiful. Your time will come, and never, 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 never give up. Keep at it. Keep doing your morning prayers. Keep using those wonderful affirmative statements that are sent out by Reverend Michael every morning. And use those affirmations. Do the assignments that Reverend John gives when he does his encouragement on a Sunday morning. And come to class. That's how we allow the roots to grow. So we need to recognize that, like the bamboo, we too will rise high as our consciousness allows. To take this image a little further, if you plant seeds and water them and give them fertilizer, they will grow into healthy, strong plants at their own pace. Thoughts are like seeds. So we need to choose our thoughts carefully. We've heard that here time and time again. Choose what we think. They have a natural tendency to grow, to get powerful and manifest in our lives. So we really want to make sure that what manifests are the good things, the joy and love and peace and abundance that we desire for ourselves. Okay, so we have to feed them our best attention and they will grow. So today we need to wake up and know ourselves as free, healthy, happy, and prosperous. We here are the caretakers of the New Thought message, and we need to actively promote it by living it, spreading it, teaching our youth, mentoring the next generation, and making the message available to all who will learn. In the meantime, while we're waiting for our seeds to grow, our time might be well spent in appreciation of what we do have. There is always so much to be grateful for. And one of the things I can ask you to do when you leave here this morning, is to just go and make a list. See if you can come up with 100 things that you are grateful for. Just go through your life and look at 100 things. Take on that challenge and see what happens. Even when our goals might seem unattainable, we must be creative and appreciative. And, because there are so many blessings available to us right here and right now. Here is a Nasruddin story to show how. Nasruddin was somewhat of a holy fool from the Sufi tradition. And those of you who've been coming here for a while, our wonderful friend Susan Goff used to tell a Nasruddin story every single time she spoke here. So Nasruddin was wandering by a lake, slowly taking in the beautiful scenery all around him. Looking across the water, he spotted a flock of ducks swimming in the lake. Nasruddin thought to himself, and he's stroking his beard. He says, wouldn't it be nice to catch a duck or two for dinner? He got up and started wading excitedly into the lake to get closer to the ducks, thinking about the duck soup he was going to enjoy. Well, the duck saw the mullah approaching and moved away, as ducks are wont to do. But Nasruddin was determined to have his duck and eat it too. For several hours, the mullah tried and tried, failing every time to catch even one duck. Of course, he was making quite a big splash, so, the ducks were not stupid, so time he got after them, they would swim away. He soon got very tired, so he went up on the bank to dry off himself and to rest and catch his breath. After a while, he stretched, opened his bag, took out a loaf of bread, dipped the bread in the water, and began to eat it. Soon, people from the nearby village walking past the lake saw Nasruddin dipping his bread in the lake and eating it. Mullah, what are you doing? Asked one of the villagers. Nasruddin replied with great confidence, I am having duck soup. Duck soup? Asked the man, looking totally perplexed. The people in the crowd looked at each other. Mullah looked at their confusion and laughed and replied, this is what clever people do. One who accepts what he has is never bothered by what he can't have and is always happy. So I'm having duck soup. Friends, as we mature in our understanding of nature and action of spirit, and become more proficient in using the tools available to us, we become more able to direct our thinking as co-creators of our world of experience. We stop resisting, like Nasruddin, when things don't go according to plan. He couldn't catch a duck, so he made the next best thing, pretend that he was having duck soup. And so we have to turn our creativity into making duck soup without the duck. And let me give you an example. Up to last year, March, my work took me into the training rooms and the boardrooms in public and private sectors across the length and breadth of Jamaica. Then COVID happened, and every workshop I had was canceled. Did I panic? Of course. I went into, what do I do? This is my livelihood, as it happened for many, many people. And so, what did I do? After the panic, I prayed. And I opened my consciousness in gratitude, grateful that I had a tank full of gas I had just filled up. I had so many other things that I could be grateful for. And so, what happened to Jamaica and the world was the expansion in virtual communication. virtual engagement every possible way. So virtual group training and engagement is what happened after that. I learned how to use Zoom, and that opened up a whole world of possibility. Now it's business as usual, because in that situation, I created my own duck soup. So we can't change what happens in the world, but we can change how we react to it. Yeah? We have to see the future and the road ahead as paved with endless possibilities. Think about how you're going to build on the foundation of the science of mind principles that you know. And think about also, what about the life lessons that you have learned over these past 20, 30, 40, however many years you have been on this planet. Because those lessons are powerful. Once we can extract from them the message that Spirit uses those experiences to teach us. So here are some things that you can do. Well, first thing, to just find time during the day. Take a moment to just stop, be still, and just reflect on the presence and power of God within you. One beautiful way to do that is to put your hand on your heart. Do that for me now. Put your hand on your chest and see if you can feel your heart beating. That little organ, that's about the size of a fist. That is one of the most powerful parts of our being. If we don't have our heart working, we're not on this plane anymore. So just become present to your heart beating and know that with every beat of your heart, there is the life force of Spirit is flowing through you. Second thing, make gratitude your everlasting mantra. Let it pour from your lips in every moment, in every circumstance. It says, in all things give thanks, not for all things. So even when life is happening and you don't catch your duck, still give thanks. Become aware when you are blaming and complaining. Ouch. This isn't working. Or why is she going on like that? Or, I went to the temple and Janet didn't. What are we complaining about? We need to redirect our awareness toward what is working and away from what isn't working. Because whatever we focus on, that is what we're going to maintain. So we don't want to focus on the stuff that is not working. 4, face your challenges squarely and welcome the possibility that perfection and opportunity exist beyond the problems and the perceived condition. 5, release the past. Some wise person said yesterday ended last night. And release all those false ideas and beliefs that we have that support lack and limitation. Boy, I never have enough money. My clients are always late. It's me one. I can't manage by myself. What is it that we are saying to ourselves? So we need to become present to those thoughts, because those thoughts are grounded in the past, and create a new future as we move forward. Because we are a lot greater than we think. 6, live and experience life from the inside out and stop being reactionary or reactive to what's happening from out there in. Allow Spirit to guide you so we live from the inside out. And ensure that our thoughts and prayers are in absolute alignment with our highest good. Number 7, I think I say it every single time I speak here. Attend classes to widen our understanding and to deepen that understanding of science of mind, so as to expand beyond our personal, professional, and financial boundaries. Now, the thing is that we are moving into we are fully embracing this virtual world, So in a while, it's still a top secret, but if you promise not to tell anybody, I will tell you. We're going to be having a wonderful program, a prosperity development program coming up in September. It's a biggie. And we want every one of you and your friends and family, and as we would say here, your kumbolo, to attend. But don't tell anybody yet, because it's still a secret. But you will, once it's time for it to be released, we will tell you officially. You get that? But shh. Classes, guys, that is what makes our roots grow. We come to church on a Sunday morning and we hear a wonderful message. If we don't have the foundation to support the message after church, the seeds might be like falling on the stony soil, or, when somebody says, what kind of foolishness that? Immediately the learning goes. So come to class. Number 8, if you are here in the sanctuary, I want you to allow yourself to just look around this physical property, the building, the garden, the space. And I want you to just take in its magnificence. This property is situated in one of the most prestigious, sought-after spaces in Kingston. Many people have come knocking on our doors and phone and ask, are you selling? Hello, please. Thank you, no. We are not selling anything. This is ours. This is our legacy. It belongs to all of us. Reverend Ann told me once that this property belongs to the members. We can't sell it and make a profit, and who will it belong to? It's ours. So we need to take care of it. It's a beautiful jewel. And we need to ensure that it is blessed with the tender, loving care that it deserves. And the last thing, chisel Sunday, July 18th into your diary and write it into your devices. Enter it into your devices. And plan to come and be here to share in the presentation of the temple's 2030 vision and strategy. And that will be our extraordinary general meeting. So please make every effort to be here. And as you do, set your intention to explore how you can support the temple's transformation with your time, your talent, and your treasure. Friends, this life here and now is special. I invite you to embrace, to embody, and to express it with all your heart. What was the word that we used? Arthur Chang used to describe the life. Who remembers? Rapturously. Yes, we want to know that we can live it rapturously. Right? And we want to be able to live it rapturously and with all of the passion that we can muster. Say with me, my inner strength comes from the presence and power of Spirit within me. Now that was a rehearsal. When I give you the next one, I'll make sure that I really, hear it. I live my life rapturously and with passion. That sounds a little better. I trust who I am and who I am becoming. And the last one, I am a unique and precious expression of life. Turn to the person nearest to you and say, you are a unique and precious expression of life. Precious expression of life. Mm-hmm. Wow, I am the only one created like this. You are the... All right, say it. I am the only one created like this. Yes, and you are the only one created like you. There are no two of us, even if we are twins. Our twin brother or sister is different in some way. Okay? So we need to nurture ourselves as unique and precious, as a unique and precious expression of life. Nurture your inner world and let love be the driving force behind everything that you do. Within you is the wisdom of the Christ presence that will drive your personal transformation. It can't help itself, it just must. With our prayers, we invite it. In prayer, it responds. In consciousness, we place our questions. In consciousness, our answers come. Thank you all for being a part of my own transformation. Namaste. Friends, it is my pleasure to invite or to celebrate the Thompson. I'm kind of, what is the word now? Yeah, we're bringing him in. Can I use the word seduce here?
I was thinking
woo. But something like that, because you are such a wonderful part of my heart and the heart of those of us here. And he'll bless us with his talent this morning. Please welcome David.
Before you start, I just wanted to share two thoughts that came through your presentation for me, and hopefully they resonate somewhat with us here today. So there are these two concepts that I've started to kind of focus on within the last few weeks. I was away 3 weeks ago, and a friend of mine said to me, Davel, nobody's coming to save you. I'm like, okay. But then I really sat down and I thought about it, and I was like, wow, really, nobody's coming to save you. So you really have to make the most of what you have, and you have to really try to live as best as you can for you, because nobody's coming to save you. And then there was another thought that said, this is a personal one that I coined, that says, it doesn't rain every Tuesday. Why I came up with that, it was so weird. But the thought behind that is that, after Monday comes Tuesday, and that's just the succession of how life works. Every Monday comes, then there's Tuesday. Some Tuesdays might have rain, some Tuesdays may not. But you have to make each day what it is in that day. Not try to use yesterday's experience or last week Tuesday's experience to judge tomorrow, Tuesday, or today. So make the best of what you have now and live in the presence. And remember, no one is coming to save you. All right? Just something to share. Thank you. You can go.
It's up to me to decide, but how can I expect to win if I never try? I just can't give up now. I've come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me the road would be easy, and I don't believe he's brought me this far to leave me. Never said there wouldn't be trials, never said I wouldn't fall, never said that everything would go the way I wanted to go. But when my back is against the wall and I feel all hope is gone, I'll just lift my head up to the sky and say, help me to be strong.
this far to leave me. Say no, he didn't bring me out here to leave me lonely, even when I can't see clearly. I know that you are with me, so again I just can't give up now. I've come too far from where I've started from, and nobody told me the road would be easy, and I don't believe he brought me this far to leave me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Davel. I've done so much, I've come so far. And Spirit not when bring me this far and leave me. Spirit don't bring you so far to just leave you so. So, wow, I'm goosebumpified. Oh, so let us channel that wonderful energy now into our second hymn, which is Within My Heart. And it's on your program, page 3. It's a new hymn. So I'm going to ask Angela to play it through once for us. And then Carol and I will support you in letting us raise our voices high and strong. Let us go, as I said, go in it.
I have the love of God within me, altogether clear and bright. It is the life of God within me, making everything alright. Within my heart I hear a joyous melody, sings a song to me of joy and harmony. Within my heart, the rhythm of this melody is singing on and on to me. I have the love of God within me, manifesting heaven blue. It is the light of God expressing me, and in everything I do. Within my heart I hear a joyous melody. It sings a song to me of joy and harmony. Within my heart the rhythm of this melody is singing on and on to me. I have the song of God within me, harmonizing through and through. It is the song of heaven healing me, making all things good and true. Within my heart I hear a joyous melody. It sings a song to me of joy and harmony. Within my heart the rhythm of this melody is singing on and on to me.
All right, so we have a new hymn adding to our repertoire. Thank you, Angela. Thank you, Temple of Light. So we are now going to bless our love offering. And I think there is a box. Before we do the blessing, we're going to do our prayer of Jamaica, which is on the flyer in your program. Together. The radiant light of God's love is now flowing through us and from us to everything and everyone it touches. The eternal light of God's love now completely fills, covers, and surrounds our island, Jamaica. The glowing intensity of the light of God's love now interpenetrates and awakens within the hearts and minds of our countrymen and women the truths of life which set free. The light of God's love is growing and glowing in intensity in the hearts and minds of mankind everywhere. Love, health, harmony, goodwill, peace, uprightness, integrity, joy, prosperity, kindness, and our oneness under God are now established, and so it is. So we take our loving gifts, and so we bless them, recognizing that we give from the infinite presence of the one source that we know as God. And we know that the gifts that we give bless this community, allow us to execute all our activities with ease and with grace. We give thanks knowing that all these gifts come from the infinite wellspring of God's abundance. And for each of us who chose to give, I know that we are very specially blessed, as that which we give comes back to us in avalanches. I give thanks as I release these words and know that they are fully and bountifully fulfilled. I rejoice that this is so, and so it is. And so let us just be absolutely grateful for this morning's experience, recognizing that within us, that we know that which is the wisdom of God, the intelligence of God, that which brought us into being, that which created us in its glorious image and likeness. And I know that that is the one that continues to pave our way forward, to create great opportunities for our personal and powerful expression, for our personal transformation. And so as we leave this place this morning, we take that knowing with us, to know that in every circumstance, in every situation, God is in all its splendor. And so we just open ourselves to its wisdom and know that we are guided in every way. I truly give thanks for this morning's experience, for our message, for our music, for all those who contributed to this wonderful morning's experience. I truly give thanks now as I release my word and know that it is perfectly, joyfully, and gratefully fulfilled. I rejoice that this is so, and so it is. And so let us say together our peace, sing our peace song. And this morning we're going to say, yes, there is life on earth.
Yes, there is life on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is life on earth, the life that was meant to be. With God as our power, family all are we. Yes, we walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, life begins with me. Yes, this is the moment now. With every step I take, yes, this is my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment like eternally. Yes, there is life on earth, and yes, it begins with me.
Thank you, friends. And as we go, remember to put our envelopes in the box right under the podium. And for those of you who are joining us online, remember to contribute It's the donate.templeoflightcsl.org button. And we can also transfer funds to our savings account number 20941 at the Bank of Nova Scotia, Kingston, Knutsford Boulevard. And we look forward to seeing you on Tuesday at our spiritual mind healing service when Carol will be the speaker. And on Sunday for the grand celebration of our 40th anniversary. We look forward to having you. Love you and bless you all. Have a wonderful week. Namaste.